Now we are going to understand about the Java naming conventions, right? So in the Java naming conventions, what we are going to discuss actually about it. We are going to discuss about how we are going to make our code. What are the various syntaxes we are going to use to make our applications? When we are going to make our language or make our application, so within that, if we are not going to follow the basic syntaxes which Java has provided already, so there will be a huge problem which may occur. And if we are going to provide the best practice in writing the code in Java, so we have to use them. As a beginner, we must learn this. Okay, so let's start with this. In Java naming convention, Java is first of all, Java is a very strictly case sensitive programming language, where in Java applications there is a separate recognition for lowercase letters and the uppercase letters. So do we know about the lowercase letters and uppercase letters? Yes, I think we have learning it from nursery level. What is a small ABCD and capital ABCD, right? So these are the lowercase letters and uppercase letters. So what we have learned now, Java is a case sensitive programming languages. There will be the lowercase also will be involved and the uppercase letters will be also involved, right? Now second one is to use lowercase letters and uppercase letters separately in Java application. Java has provided the following conventions. What is the convention? The rules and the regulations, right? So what is the first rule? First rule is all Java class names, especially look this class name and abstract class names and interfaces and enum names. There will be four names like the class name, the abstract class names and interface names and enum names must start with the uppercase letters and the subsequent symbols must also be uppercase letters. The example has been provided to you. What is the example? Like here is a string. Look, this is string. A string is what? A string is a class which is going to be used in Java programming language, right? When we are going to make our program, by that time there will be a string class or we are going to write the class name. So if we are going to write a class name, the name will be started by a uppercase letter. Look at here in a string what we have done or the Java has run. S is a capital. Clear? First letter of what? The class name, the abstract class name, the enum, the interface names, that will be start from the uppercase letter, capital letter, right? Second example is, look, string buffer. Here you can see the S is also capital and B is also capital. String buffer is basically a class. Okay, it's just an example. So string buffer is a class where you can see the two words has been combined together. The string is a different one and the buffer is a different one, but string buffer is a single class which will be used in Java, right? So here you can see the S is also capital in the yellow letters and the B is also capital, right? So what is buffer? You know, this buffer is nothing but just a subsequent. Whatever we are going to add with a word, if we are going to add one more word with another word, then that word will become a subsequent. You will have to remember this word. What is subsequent, right? Now next one is input stream reader. You can see here I is capital, S is capital and R is also capital. Okay, so initial letters will be capital and the subsequents will be also the capital, right? And the rest of the letters are in a small letters only. So uppercase also involved and the lower case also involved. Clear? Now next point, next convention, all the Java variables must start with the lower case letters, but the subsequent symbols must be the uppercase letters. What? In the first rule, what we have learned, all the class names, abstract class names, enums and interfaces will be started by the uppercase letters and the rest of them will become lower, right? But second point, if any variable is there in Java in our code, then that variable's first letter must be a small letter. So look at the example here, like in is what? Is a variable only. Out is what? Is a variable. Error is a variable or a keyword, whatever it is. Then look at I, O, E, these are small letters only. The starting letter is a small letter, right? But what the another thing is, but if there is a variable which is having a subsequent, then as we know, the variable's first letter is going to be started with a small letter, but the subsequent will be the capital one. So look at here, like the page content. So page content is what? Page content is a variable only, but here the P is in a small letter. Why? Because we know the variable starting letter is going to be a small one, and if the variable is going to contain the subsequent, then the subsequent's first letter is going to be capital one. So in the page content, look, this P is a capital one, right? In the second example, in the body content, the C is a capital one and the B is a small one, right? Are you getting my points? Now, third rule, third convention, all the Java methods must start with the lower case letters, but the subsequent symbols must be the uppercase letters. Any problem with this? Same as the variable. In the variable also, the variables are going to be started with the small case letters, and if the subsequent will be there, the subsequent is going to be capital one. Same method in methods or the functions. If we are going to make a name, look at here in the for name, in the example, or in the concat, C is small. In the for name, F is started with a small letter and name is started with a N is a capital one, right? Why? Because it's a subsequent. And in the another one, get input stream, this is a function, this is a method, but method is started with a small letter, so G is small, but I and S is capital. Why? Because of subsequent. Clear? Next, rule number 4. Rule number 4, in all Java constant variables must be provided in uppercase letters. In uppercase letters. What? The constant variables, not just the variables. If we are talking about the variables only, then the variables will be started with the small lower letter. But if you are talking about the constant variables, not the variable, then all of the variables are going to be uppercase letters. So look at the example, like we have discussed here about the 3 constant variables: min priority, max priority and norm priority. It is going to be written in an exact way. Clear? In the uppercase letters. In our next future videos, we will discuss about how we are going to fetch out the min priority, max priority and norm priority. Okay? So here just we are talking about the syntaxes only. Clear? So rule number 5. All Java package name must be provided in a lower case letters. So what is package? I'm not going to tell you here. There will be a separate session for the packages, but we must understand like how we are going to write the package. So in the example, whatever the numbers, whatever the content is going to be written, that will be in a lower letter only. There is not there we cannot use a single word in a capital letter. Clear? So look in the example java.io, all of the letters are in a small letters. Look, java.awt.event, here only we are going to use in a lower or the small letters only, and the next one also you can see here clearly. Okay, so these are the basic conventions which every Java developer must follow, or it is very necessary to use these conventions if you are a Java developer. Clear? So here the next note is, look at the note, all the above conventions are mandatory for the predefined library, which are optional for the user defined library but suggestible. What is it? The Java has provided you the predefined library, right? We are going to use that predefined library, right? So Java has clearly followed these 5 rules. Sorry. Java has clearly followed these rules, the above 5 rules. And being a good software developer, being a good Java developer, it is recommended that you should follow these rules. You can do your own, but that is not going to be the people will think of you like okay, he knows Java, but he does not know how to write even. So you must follow these conventions.